Hello again. Not too bad today. Blue sky. Excellent. Off for a little wander. No real plans, I'm afraid. Sorry. Shall we start the ball rolling with a viewer submission? Here we are, this arrived yesterday. Happy train from Oliver. Smashing. Many thanks, mate. I believe that was in Exminster, if my memory serves me well. Lovely. And you remember Darren? Did the steam stuff and the stuff up in Edinburgh? He's still up in Scotland. He's done a big walk, 10 miles is the map. And he's been walking the route of a disused railway line. What a lovely way to spend the day. Out in nature. Some artifacts knocking along the way. And beautiful fields where the railway used to be. Cheers for that, Darren. Enjoy yourself up there, mate. Enjoy yourself. Still standing. Hope you enjoyed yesterday's different wander in Dawlish. We didn't cover the golf, as you know, or the dig down in the main part of the town. Hopefully though, I'm going over there tomorrow to do exactly that. Lovely. We certainly got a good walk in though yesterday. Andy said his counter was at over 20,000 steps at the end of the day. Lovely. Good bit of exercise. Bin day today. Some driftwood that they've got out the river. Iconic view. Pam's cottage. Hello, Pam. Higher tide today. There's the ferry off to Sholden. No ships in today, look. An empty dock. There's Polly Steps. There's the nest in the distance behind the huts. We'll be coming into a few pics of that in a minute. lifeboat station. And heading towards the huts, Knick Knack Noodles, the orange hut and the blue hut. Just thinking, it's funny really, back when LJ's was at the back beach there was always posts all over Facebook. Not posts from him, but posts from the public. They'd say, oh, I've been to LJ's, look, here's the food, isn't it lovely, what a nice place to sit and that. Since he's moved around to the new place, I hardly hear a thing about him from anyone. And here we are at the point. Our 1930s breakwater. Ness House Hotel over there, where we went the other day. And of course the Ness, kind of iconic. And got a postcard here, shows the Ness as one of the views on it, with the lovely rhyme across it as well, for you to read. This is from David. Look at that, lovely. I won't read it out now because I haven't got it in front of me, but it is what it is. And thanks for that, David, lovely. Lovely. 1970s that was. I'm going to head down now towards the pier. Still got some of the art trail here, the Plastosaurus, what's left of it, and the signs, painted signs. I remember last year having a big sort of thing all over Facebook about the voting and who was going to win the art trail. Haven't seen a thing about it this year, I'm afraid, so I can't report it. Ice cream cone isn't open today. Of course, there's the empty space where the lifeguard hut stands during the summer season. And for the first time this year, somebody there actually sitting at the tables, formerly known as the Captain's tables, outside of Venus. First time I've seen anyone sat there this year. Genuinely. Still got those bees here. They've lasted well, haven't they? Down here on the seafront in all weathers. And of course our magic mushroom and gambling display. Lovely. As you know, a lot of the stuff I do on the channel now is sent in to me. And sometimes I get very similar things sent in one after another. Now if I think, oh, I'll leave that for a week so I've not got too much similarity, I'll end up forgetting it. So it's just the order things come in. But Jane got hold of me the other night and said, I found a book, it's in German. I said, oh yes, it says 1940s. I said, okay. And he said, here's a view off the pier, looking back towards where I'm stood. So there we are, that's a 1940s picture from a German book, of all things. Fair enough, lovely. And she said, there's a view the other way as well. I said, oh, go on then. So she showed me that one. There, I see the German writing, I think, at the bottom, if I've not cut it off. That's looking in the opposite direction. Smashing. And then lo and behold, David sends me one as well, which is a Colin Firth postcard, and it's from 1903, but the postcard itself is from the mid-70s. So there we go. That's here from the pier where we're looking now. Cheers for that, everyone. Smashing. Now regular viewers will know that it's normally Mum's pasty today, and I have my curry. Well, she's going to have her pasty, of course, but I don't have a curry tonight because the place I go to is shut for a month. So I've got a month of no curries. What a shame. Never mind though. I'm sure I'll survive. I'm sure I'll survive. Bit windy blows up here. Not sure if I was going any further along here I would turn the wind blocker on now. Bit of interesting to see whether or not it handles this by itself. Of course, this car park here is where the Esplanade Hotel was from those photos earlier. Just cut one in. Here you are, that's what we're talking about there from the earlier photo. And that was located right here to my right, in which is now the car park. Biggest hotel in Teignmouth, I believe, at the time. A bit of triangle activity. QG Jones. Just thinking in a way that TG Jones name change has kind of worked, I suppose, because people like myself would never be walking by going, oh look, WH Smith's, but I've mentioned it in nearly every video. So I'm sure other people notice it, even if they're not making videos. Very busy and hectic with all the buses today, pulling in. There's one behind that one trying to get in. There's one in there, one pulling out. Crazy. David, being keen-eyed, noticed some postcards of trains outside this shop the other day, so I thought I'd go and have a look, and of course, as I do, he's not open for a couple of days, so no postcards outside the shop. Brasso, eh? That's one from the days gone by. A bit of train related stuff in here, look, Lima models. Hornby Viaduct set, Hornby class, so-and-so thingy, I won't say it. Control tower, Eddie Stobart coaches. Lovely. And with that, I'm going to start making my way back up now. As I say, not the longest one today necessarily, or the furthest distance, but a nice walk nonetheless. And hopefully off to Dawlish tomorrow to catch up on the golf and the dig. Flowers by Leslie. Used to be Interflora. I think that's possibly one of the oldest, or the oldest flower shop in the whole of Teignmouth. Oldest florists. Always do nice stuff in there. The anchor. Those stones they put around the bottom there, still in place. Lovely. There we are, another one that comes to an end. Hope you found something in amongst that of interest to you. I do like to try. And with that, we'll call it a day. Hopefully see you tomorrow for Dawlish. Smash in. Take care. Bye.